So here we are. It's first day of summer officially, and we are in some big energies. Karen and I been talking, and boy, are we feeling it. Wondering if you're feeling it too, and what are you feeling? Please let us know in the comments. My name is Diane, and I'm here with Karen. This is the Soul Light Collective, our channel for spiritual awakening and healing. And we're really talking about how we're feeling during this time of these. The full moon is tonight,
Mm.
and we're both feeling like we're in this void. It's this very, it's hard to even put words to it. And we would love for you to just put your hand up, emoji in the comment if you're feeling it too.
I'm
Uh,
feeling it.
you're feeling it. And what
I'm
does it
feeling-
feel like to you, Karen?
Oh, Diane, we've been talking a little bit before we came on, and we talked about things feel different, but we can't even define what that is. And we've been like, how do things feel, right? How do things feel, right? How do you feel right now, Diane? Like, what is your body buzzing a little bit differently, maybe? And or like, are you looking at the clock and kind of like, whoa, like what happened to time? Are you feeling like food's not resonating? Is your energy like, are you feeling more magical? Or are you feeling quiet? Right? I feel like maybe that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I feel like
Mm,
that's changing.
yeah, no, that's good. And I feel like that too, almost like a turtle kind of wanting to go in a shell. And um, I feel like there's so much noise going on in the world, and I don't want to hear it. I just want to like put this bubble around me. And if you're not talking about something really meaningful or spiritual or deep or speaking light language to me, then I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Um, like I'm placing this this bubble around me, and just it feels like time has just slowed way down. And maybe it's because we're in this, season of light, and the days are so much longer.
Yeah.
Um, but the past couple of days, I have felt not really motivated
Mhm.
to that it's more this softer feminine energy coming in, not this like driving masculine energy of accomplishing and achieving and um, having my day planned out, or I'm going to do this and this and this, and this is what I need to do. It's more of just like one moment at a time. Like,
Yeah.
what do I want to do next? What do I feel like my body needs next? And to answer your question, yes, I am feeling more buzzing. Um, do you want to explain a little bit
Yeah.
about what's happening energetically for those of you
Well,
who may be popping on and like not really sure? Like, yes, of course, it is summer solstice. Yes, there's a full moon. Yes, the days are longer right now for those in the northern hemisphere. Um, but what does
yeah,
that?
yeah, great question. Let me sit with that for a moment, because I feel though as though like, so let me tell you about how, like, hi, Diane was explaining, and what I'm feeling is very much um the day is speeding up for me, right? I'm not exactly feeling as though the days are dragging out, and time is flying a little faster for me, and I'm finding myself not as connected, like that quiet space. I'm a little bit more in that quiet space. Like, I'm kind of like, where are my intuitive senses that are usually right here with me? Where is that internal guidance that's usually so loud for certain things? Kind of, it's backing off a little bit. And it's not that that's good or bad. It's just that I'm aware of it. And we go through these cycles, right, Diane? These cycles come and go. And if I'm feeling it at this like energy person, and I'm an intuitive and like all these things, I can imagine how uncomfortable or confusing that is for somebody who's not quite sure what's going on, right? And these energies uh um like, I want to mention like the Schumann resonance, which is, so when we solar flares, like there's all these like graphs and things that we can monitor and meter of things happening in the physicality, which we can feel in our bodies. I think, and then the body starts to be like, whoa, I need more sleep. Oh, I need more food. Oh, I need less food. I need more sunshine. I need to go for a walk. But if I'm like leaning into that and saying, okay, I'm going to go follow through. That's what's presenting for me next, right? I need to go out and touch a tree. Like that's my big thing. I had to go out and touch a tree last night. Like that comes up like, oh, that was a strong hit. And I've been really quiet for the last couple of days and I'm not really feeling that guidance. So I need to go out and touch a tree. So that means I need time. I need to find my tree. I need to get there. And well, what does that do to the rest of my day? Right. So then there comes that push and pull, right? There comes that push and pull. Like, well, I'm supposed to be doing this. Well, I should be doing that. I should be working out. I should be getting some groceries. And I'm just talking about these day-to-day things that we do feel different. Like the pull feels a little different, like softer, please. A tree, please. Go out and look at the clouds, please. Um, Soak in some sunshine, please. Um, and there's a flow in that, right? There's that beautiful divine feminine. Connect with the earth. Feel what needs to come up right now for you, and not charging through. And that space is very uncomfortable because we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of here's the calendar. This is what's up today. I'm supposed to be home at this time. I'm supposed to meet somebody. I'm supposed to, I should like that is even softening, right? The shoulds and the supposed tos. That comes up a little bit for me of that Capricornian energy that we're highly in right now. But we're meeting and we're leaving that, right? We're going into that Aquarian energy. Right? Like it's so funny. Like I just see this beautiful like imagery in my head of like, like a priestess woman um in like another timeline and walking and being by water and being in her full connective mode and knowing what to do and what animals need to come to her. It's just kind of like a story that I kind of see. And oh, wouldn't that feel so good, right? Just to be in that beautiful flow and having on like that long priestess gown and owning all, but how does dinner get made? Right? We're out with the swans by the water's edge. Like and I kind of jest, but like the laundry has to be done and the car needs gas and people are needing things from us. And it gets a little jaggedy. It gets a little uncomfortable, Diane. Do you feel that do you feel that change that we're heading into?
I do feel it. And it's exciting, but it's also this big unknown. Well, what is this
Yeah.
change? We've been hearing a lot about it for a long time. Um, and here we go back to everyday spirituality. That's what we're doing here at the
Yeah.
Soul Light Collective. How can we connect spiritually but also still be in this world? And
Mhm.
how do we mesh the two? How do we merge the two? And it can be challenging and it can be difficult and it can be uncomfortable. We did a light language transmission earlier in the week. We'll link it at the end of this video for accessing, connecting with your inner peace. And so when we're in the discomfort, when we're in these spaces of unknown and what's going to happen next, or maybe it's a space of fear about what might happen next, we have to remind ourselves, okay, we are at our core being a being of peace. And how do we get back to that?
Mm.
And the first step is awareness. How am I feeling in my body? And what am I thinking in my mind? And
Mhm.
how do I get back to my heart space?
Yeah.
And doing the next thing that feels joyful or purposeful or connected, or that you're being led to. Not, of course we have things on our to-do list like getting our car oil changed and all those things, right?
It's
We
awful.
are, and that's that balance. But honoring what the soul is calling for, what the soul is yearning for, what the soul is here to remind us to come back to. And as Karen shared so beautifully about going out and touching a tree. I mean, that sounds so cliche, but there's so much power in it to recharge ourselves, to ground, to just feel into the texture of the bark of the tree. Or I'm looking out my window right now, looking at the green leaves, that vibrant abundance that's out there in nature. And it's that reminder that all of that that we see, that we feel, that we touch, that we hear, that we smell in the natural world is a part of who we are, and reminding
Yeah.
ourselves of that connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I was rushing around yesterday doing some things I didn't want to be doing. And there was a moment where I found myself near my rose hedge, and it's June, like it's late June, and I mean, it's burgeoning. That's how it's burgeoning with pink. And when I finally stopped, I was loading stuff, shoving stuff into the car. And when I stood there for a moment, I was like, there, like that beauty, it was like meeting me. It was
Mm,
crossing the yard and meeting me. And it was beautiful. Like I was like, oh, that aroma, like slow down. Like this is the speed of summer, kind of like take in the aroma, take in the feeling of the sun on your face, touching the tree. Um, the grass is comfortable to sit on right now. Um, and then a little bit of like, why? Right? There's that little bit of like, why? Like I get that too. Like I'm fully aware, like I need to go out and sit on the grass. I need to, because I need to ground. I need to slow down. I need to connect. Maybe I need to take my notebook and write. Maybe I
yeah,
need to record something to myself. Like, and it doesn't matter, but I'm taking that time for myself to connect. And it's not always um, rush, rush, rush. And I feel like when I am taking that time, when I finally, when if I go inward and connect with myself and give myself that tree time or that little walk before I enter into what I need to go do, I'm finding that the act of what I need to do is just that much easier.
yeah,
Like I'm not in a struggle. I'm not so if I do the things and then I go to the grocery store and get the gas, that's just so much easier now. And I'm not in that old energy of, this is a struggle. The car doesn't want to work. And it's hot. Like I'm in ease. I'm in flow. Everything I need is coming to me. Right.
mhm,
And we think it's not. We think it's not. We think there's no magic around us. We think that everything is a struggle. Reconnecting, getting back in, getting into that slow, things are easier.
yeah,
Dinner is a little bit easier. Like there's so many things like, yeah, yeah, in the outside world is getting easier. That's what I'm finding, Diane.
yeah, yeah. And it's, be looking for it, because it is happening. There is a shift happening. But it is a choice too, to connect with um, your spiritual self,
Mhm.
because there's many people in this world who are disconnected from that, who are out of alignment, who aren't focused on that. They're so focused on the doing, 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 the working harder, the caught up in the tragedies happening in the world. And it's not to say Karen and I have our blinders on, but we choose to be living at such a higher frequency. We are very mindful of what we allow to filter in.
Yeah.
And um,
Choices, right? Like
it's it's a
it's
choice, and we know how we feel when if we were to turn the television on and just have the news
Mhm.
playing in the background, like
Right.
that
Yeah.
says a number
I'm
on our on ourselves: body, physical body, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body. It brings us way out of alignment. And
Yeah.
the work that we do as energy healers, we have to be in a higher frequency, and really being mindful of again what we're putting in, what we're eating, what we're listening to, what we're consuming, what we're surrounding ourselves with. And it is a choice. It is a choice, but there is magic in it. There is beauty in it. There's also, challenges to it, but living from the light, within, the light of your soul, um, is what we're here to do, and it's what the world is calling for.
Mhm.
And so we're so glad you're here. We are so glad that you've chosen to jump in on this conversation. Please, again, let us know what's going on for you. Do you feel like you're sort of in this void right now too?
Mm.
What are you doing for the summer solstice? Are you traveling this summer? What are you doing? What are some fun things you're doing? What are some things that you're doing to bring you joy? We would love to hear. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Thank you. Thanks, Diane.